Today I am going to turn my blueberry FAB into a skinny. I've been really too scared to do this because you have to cut the band from your bow, which will permanently alter it. But I'm just going to go for it because this has been sitting in my house for a month, and I've tried it on Brielle several times and she hasn't worn it. So here it goes. So what you need is a blow dryer, and this is to basically get this bow nice and hot so that the glue kind of melts and you can get it off the band. And then you'll need a really good, nice, sharp pair of scissors so that you can cut your band. So first step would be to blow dry, and I just kind of hold it here with the blow dryer and let that melt real quick and get the bow off the band. So I've been drying this for a minute, and you can see the glue just sort of melts, and then you can kind of peel the pieces away from each other just like that. So keep working on it until you completely can remove the bow from the band. Okay, so I finally got the bow untied, and this is what you're gonna be left with. Like, you see all these glue marks all over not only the band, but then on the bow too. So what I do is I just keep blow drying it and then pick off as much of the glue with your fingers as you can. And then you can also take like a washcloth or a rag and get the glue really hot and melted, and then kind of like dab the washcloth on the bow to get off as much glue as you can. Okay, so I got some of the glue off my bow. I'm not too worried about the glue on the band because this is all gonna get hidden once you tie your bow anyway, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. And if you tie your bow correctly, the glue should be on the underneath side of your bow, so again, that should be hidden too. But now what you're gonna do is you wanna keep these tails for your skinny. So basically you're just gonna cut off this band part right at the seam here. So right underneath the seam, as close to the seam as you can get. Okay, so I'm making my first cut. Again, I'm cutting the band as close to the seam as you can get. Leave yourself a little bit of a wiggle room just in case. Okay, so now that one side is off. And now I'll do side two. And of course, I went online and made sure that this FAB was still available from the stores because this is a little bit scary. And you don't want to cut something that you can't replace. So now I just have the tails left, and this will be all bunched up like that. Okay, so when you go to tie this on the skinny, you want to make sure that on the tails, the seam part is going to be what's touching the skinny. So just remember when you're tying that the tails kind of just rest on the skinny like that. And then you're going to use your bow like this. So here's your seams. You're going to scrunch it like that. Put that here, and the bow is what's going to hold the tails onto the skinny and hold it all together. So you're going to tie your bow around the tails and the skinny like that. Okay, so I just finished tying my bow around the tail and the skinny. This is your final product. This is what it should look like at the end. And then if you turn it around, you see I have the tails on either side, and then the skinny is through the knot as well.